For nearly a decade, whispers have followed Sam Heughan and Caitriona Balfe like shadows. From the very first days of Outlander's meteoric rise, their extraordinary chemistry on screen lit a spark in the fandom that refused to die out. Was the passion between Jamie and Claire something more than fiction? Fans debated endlessly. Tabloids speculated wildly. Entire communities were built on the hope that art had spilled into reality. But now that long-standing fantasy has come to a sudden and definitive end, Sam Heughan has broken his silence. In a heartfelt public statement measured emotional and impossible to misinterpret, Heughan drew a line in the sand. There has been so much talk for so many years about Caitriona and myself. I respect her deeply. She is my co-star, my confidant, my friend, and nothing more. The rumors have caused confusion, heartache, and unfair pressure. It's time to put them to rest once and for all. The words landed like a thunderclap. Not harsh, not cruel, but final. For years, a corner of the Outlander fandom clung tightly to the dream that their beloved Jamie and Claire had carried their romance off-screen. Fan forums dissected glances, interviews, and photos. Every shared laugh was treated like a clue. Now, Heughan's declaration has cut through the noise with undeniable clarity. And for Caitriona Balfe, his words may feel like long-awaited relief. Married since 2019 to music producer Tony McGill, Balfe has often spoken of the toll such rumors have taken. She has called them invasive, even disrespectful, erasing her private happiness in favor of a fantasy. By stepping up, Sam didn't just clear the air for himself. He shielded his co-star, reminding the world that their friendship deserves respect, not speculation. The timing is no coincidence. With Outlander approaching its final season, both actors are preparing for the next chapters of their careers. Industry insiders suggest that Heughan wanted to free himself and Balfe from the baggage of false narratives before stepping fully into Hollywood blockbusters, producing ventures and entrepreneurial pursuits. One insider remarked, "He doesn't want his personal story tied to fan fiction anymore. He's moving forward, and he's helping Caitriona move forward too." Fans' reactions have been passionate, divided, and emotional. Some admitted heartbreak, confessing that even if they knew deep down the rumors weren't true, they cherished the illusion. Others praised Sam's honesty, recognizing the courage it takes to dismantle a myth so deeply rooted in fan culture. Across social media, hashtags like "You Thank You Sam" and "Respect Caitriona" trended within hours. Yet within his denial, Heughan gave fans something else: affirmation. We've been through so much together. The laughter, the tears, the endless days on set. Caitriona has been my partner in all of it. That bond will always be one of the greatest gifts of my career. But it's not romance. It never was. Those words reframed the story. Perhaps the greatest love between Sam and Caitriona was never romantic at all, but a rare and profound friendship. It was that bond rooted in loyalty, trust, and mutual respect that fueled the Outlander magic and carried them both through the pressures of worldwide fame. Still, the fallout lingers. Some fans feel disillusioned, even betrayed. Others cling stubbornly to theories, refusing to let go. But Heughan's message leaves little room for ambiguity. With grace instead of anger, he reminded the world that speculation has consequences, and boundaries deserve respect. For Caitriona, this may finally be a turning point. She has grown increasingly private in recent years, guarding her family life while urging fans to separate story from reality. With Sam's support, she may now step into her future without the shadow of relentless gossip. And what of their legacy together? Sam Heughan and Caitriona Balfe built one of television's most enduring love stories. They brought Jamie and Claire Fraser to life so vividly that millions believed in their love. That achievement stands unshaken. It does not need real-life romance to validate it. Sam's statement may have ended one fantasy, but it also gave rise to something far more meaningful: truth, clarity, and respect. Fans may mourn the romance that never was, but they can celebrate the bond that did exist, a bond that helped shape one of the most beloved series of its time. In the end, this is not the story of secret lovers. It is the story of two artists who built a legacy together, one rooted not in rumor, but in trust, and that in its own way may be the greatest love story of all. The possibility that Sam Heughan might finally be romantically linked with someone, and not just anyone, but the iconic Elizabeth Hurley, has only intensified the buzz. Hurley remains one of the UK's most enduring symbols of glamour. From her days as an international model to her rise as a rom-com darling and later a television staple, she has reinvented herself time and again. Along the way, she has captured headlines for both her professional achievements and her personal life, famously linked with figures like Hugh Grant and Shane Warne. Even in her 50s, Hurley's poise, elegance, and undeniable charm keep her firmly in the spotlight. To see her connected with Heughan, a man nearly 2 decades younger but every bit her equal in charisma and star power, has created an irresistible narrative. Their pairing represents more than just romance gossip. It's a merging of eras. Heughan's fan base forged through Outlander's global success spans continents and generations. Hurley, meanwhile, holds an almost nostalgic place in pop culture, a figure synonymous with 1990s glamour who continues to command admiration today. Together, they embody two different epochs of celebrity allure meeting in a single moment. That moment came outside the BBC studios. Cameras caught them leaning close, sharing what looked like a private laugh. Their body language, casual yet warm, ignited speculation instantly. Was this simply two stars enjoying each other's company, or the beginning of something more? Entertainment insiders quickly weighed in. Some suggested the pair met through the tight-knit circle of industry charity galas and red carpet events. Others floated the possibility of a professional collaboration in the works, perhaps explaining their apparent ease with one another. But with no official confirmation, fans have filled the silence with theories, hashtags, and late-night social media debates. Timing only adds to the intrigue. With Outlander nearing its conclusion, Heughan stands at a crossroads in his career, moving toward Hollywood films, production ventures, and entrepreneurial projects. Hurley, for her part, has spoken about pursuing roles that inspire her and collaborations that feel meaningful. Could their connection be professional blossoming into personal, or simply two glamorous personalities colliding at just the right moment? Social media isn't buying just colleagues. Fans have dubbed them a potential power couple, praising the chemistry that radiated from a few seconds of footage. One fan gushed, "Sam and Liz together. That's a crossover. No one saw coming, but everyone wants now." Others were more cautious, reminding that both stars are fiercely private when it comes to relationships. Still, silence from their representatives has only fueled the fire. Age difference, often a lightning rod for gossip, has been embraced rather than criticized. Hurley at 60 and Heughan at 45 challenge Hollywood's double standards, proving that connection is measured less by numbers than by chemistry. For many, the idea of them together feels refreshing, glamorous, but also surprisingly modern. Of course, speculation is its own currency. Industry observers note that regardless of whether romance exists, both stars benefit. For Heughan, the story keeps him in the public eye during a pivotal career shift. For Hurley, it reinforces her timeless relevance. In an age where publicity can be as valuable as projects themselves, even unconfirmed rumors become powerful. Weeks later, the fascination shows no signs of fading. Every Instagram caption, every casual comment in an interview is scrutinized for hidden meaning. Fan art and fan fiction imagining their relationship now circulate online, transforming a fleeting BBC sighting into an entire fantasy universe. Are Sam Heughan and Elizabeth Hurley truly beginning a new chapter together? No one knows. But perhaps that's precisely why the story captivates so deeply. In a crowded media landscape, the allure of two magnetic, accomplished stars sharing a moment is enough to spark the collective imagination. Whether this leads to confirmed romance, a creative collaboration, or simply a well-remembered rumor, one fact is undeniable. Sam Heughan and Elizabeth Hurley have set the stage for one of the year's most fascinating celebrity narratives. The revelation came during a promotional interview when Sam Heughan, always thoughtful when speaking about the Outlander universe, was asked about the upcoming prequel, Blood of My Blood. The series promises to explore the parallel love stories of Jamie Fraser's parents, Ellen Mackenzie and Brian Fraser, alongside Claire's parents, Julia Morrison and Henry Beauchamp. For longtime fans, it's a chance to step further back in time to witness the foundations of two families whose destinies would eventually converge. Yet Heughan's response revealed an intriguing tension. While he expressed excitement, he also pointed out what he called a flaw in how Jamie Fraser might be referenced. The prequel is set long before Jamie was even born, and any attempt to insert him, whether through narration, flash forwards, or symbolic appearances, risks breaking the carefully crafted continuity Diana Gabaldon and the series have built. Jamie's story begins in Outlander. Heughan explained. To place him too directly in the prequel would risk confusing the chronology. His concern resonated with fans not as criticism of the production, but as a reminder of what makes Jamie so beloved. His journey feels authentic, every scar and triumph unfolding organically. Heughan's remarks underscored his deep connection to the role, elevating him from actor to guardian of Jamie's legacy. Blood of My Blood itself remains an enticing proposition. Set in early 18th century Scotland, a land on the cusp of rebellion, the series promises rich drama. Brian Fraser will be portrayed as a man caught between tradition and change, while Ellen Mackenzie, a fiery, independent spirit, will defy convention to follow her heart, setting the stage for everything to come. But inevitably, comparisons to Jamie and Claire's love story will loom. Heughan's warning serves as a plea to let the prequel stand on its own. Fans quickly embraced his words, many voicing relief that he articulated what they had quietly feared, that the show might lean too heavily on Jamie's shadow. Social media buzzed with appreciation. Here was the actor himself ensuring the integrity of the universe. The conversation also highlighted a broader truth about modern storytelling. In today's franchise-driven world, actors like Heughan don't just play characters, they become custodians of their legacies. Few actors would defend the internal logic of their roles with such passion, but for Heughan, Jamie is more than a part. He's a companion he has lived with for over a decade. Whether or not Blood of My Blood avoids the pitfalls he warned of will depend on the writers and producers. But one thing is certain, Heughan's voice carries weight. His insights have heightened anticipation rather than dampened it, assuring fans that Jamie's legacy will be protected. And when the prequel finally arrives, audiences won't just be watching Brian and Ellen's romance, they'll be looking for the invisible threads of Jamie Fraser and for how carefully those threads are handled.